Hello, 大家好. Welcome to my Chinese Pinyin speed learning course. If you are looking for an easy and effective way of learning Chinese Pinyin, congratulations, you have come to the right place. This video makes learning Pinyin so easy. Easy to understand, easy to follow, and easy to master. It consists of two parts. Part 1 is the initials, which is the 声母, and part 2 is the finals, which is the 韵母. It contains all the contents you need to learn pinyin. Detailed descriptions, professional guidance, standard demonstrations, and targeted vocabulary and sentence practices. And above all, the unique tips to help you to pronounce each sound correctly. Are you ready? Let's get into it.
Hello, 大家好. Welcome to TCH Chinese Academy, Chinese Pinyin Speed Learning Course. A good foundation of Chinese Pinyin is the key to Chinese learning, as it not only helps you sound like a native speaker, it also helps you to understand Chinese better by recognizing the Chinese words easily. And on top of that, it also helps you write, type Chinese characters efficiently and easily. In this video, we'll work on the Pinyin Finals. Finals function as vowels in English, and there are two kinds of finals. One is called simple finals, and the other is called compound finals. Simple finals contain one letter, whereas compound finals contain two or three letters. Let's learn the simple finals first. When pronouncing these sounds, remember to focus on two things. One is the shape of your mouth. The other is the precision of your tongue. We'll look at the first one, ah. So when pronounce this sound, open your mouth naturally wide, and then keep your tongue in a flat and relaxed position, just as in the English word jaw. So ah, ah, ah. Well, this one is not that hard, and it's just like the doctor asks you to open your mouth and say ah. Whereas try some exercises with ah. The first one is ba, ba. And actually we have learned this when we are learning the initial bo. So bo, ah, ba. The fourth tone going down. And this one is not stressed, so it's no tone. Ba, ba. Ba, ba. That means father. Ba, ba. Ba, ba. And this one, more ma, yes, mama. Mama, that is mother. And this one, chi, and a second tone going up, so cha. Cha, that means tea. Cha, cha. The second simple final is o. When pronounce this sound, make your mouth round and hold your tongue in the middle. This final doesn't have a corresponding English vowel sound, but it sounds similar to the English word log. Or. O. Well, let's try some exercises with o. The first one is u, wo, and third tone 我 which means I or me. 我 and this one 婆 and it has no tone, so 婆 and this one 伯 which means father's elder brother. 伯 where the third simple final is when pronounce this word, open your mouth half wide. At the same time, spread your lips apart as if you were smiling, as in the English word ahead. So, Well, let's try some exercises with The first one is 可 third tone 可 which means thirsty. 可 and this one 喝 the first tone 喝 which means to drink. 喝 and this one 可 and this one is 乐 so 可乐 which is a drink. Cola 可乐 Then how about to drink cola? That is 喝可乐 Well, let's try to compare the three finals. Or, So for the tongue position is flat. And for the tongue position is in the middle. And for make sure the tongue position is draw back a bit so that you can feel the difference of these three simple finals. Well, so much for or, and check out my other videos for more Chinese pinyin pronunciations. Well, in this video, we are working on the last three simple finals. They are 一 wu 鱼 When pronouncing these sounds, remember to focus on two things. One is the shape of your mouth, and the other is the precision of your tongue. Well, let's look at the first one. 一 When pronouncing 一, try to keep your mouth flat as if you were pronouncing the English letter E. And spread your lips to the maximum on both sides as if you were smiling. And also leave a little gap between the upper and lower teeth, just as in the English machine. So, 一 Well, let's look at some exercises with 一 The first one is 一 the first tone, so flat 一 and it is 1 in English. 一 and next one is 呢 一 third tone 你 that is you. 你 and the next one is 十一 second tone going up 十 and 一 11 11 it means 11 11 11 Well, please note if there is no initial before E and it is spelled as YI, like this, as one syllable. The next one is U. When pronouncing this sound, round your lips as if pronouncing U in English, as in the word rule. So, U. U, U,
U, U, U.
And this sound is very much like the sound made by the train. U. Now look at some exercises with U. The first one is bo, U, and second tone going up. Bu, bu. It means no or not. Bu, bu. And this one, U, third tone, so U, U. It means number 5. U, U. And this one, G, U, the first tone, Gu. This one is not stressed, so no tone. Gu, 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 which means your father's sister is called gu, 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 gu. And also note if there's no initial before this U simple final, it is spelled as WU, as one syllable. Where the last simple final is U, and the U sound looks like the U, but with 2 dots on the top. And there's no English equivalent of this sound. So when pronouncing U, first of all, we need to pronounce E, and then modify the shape of your mouth, especially your lips, from an unrounded position to a rounded position. And then we have the Chinese Yu sound. And it is very like the German Yu sound. So Yu, Yu, Yu. Now let's look at some exercises with Yu. The first one is Ne, Yu, third tone, Nu, Nu. That means female. Nu, Nu. And next one is Le, Yu, second tone going up, Lu, Lu. It means a donkey. Lu, Lu. And this one, Le, Yu, this time fourth tone going down. So Lu. And Si, Se. So Lu, Se. Lu, Se. That means the green color. Lu, Se. Lu, Se. Well, let's compare the simple finals. E, U, Yu. Pay attention to the shape of the mouth and also the tongue position. So for E, the shape of the mouth is spread, is flat. Whereas U and Yu, we need to round the lips. And when pronouncing E, the tongue is kind of front and flat. And the U is kind of back, and this part is higher. And the U is, the tongue moves front a little bit. And opening between the upper and lower lips are even smaller than the U sound. So E, U, Yu. In this video, we are working on the compound final Ye. Compound finals combine two simple finals. And when producing them, our mouth and tongue precision gradually change. To pronounce this final, we need to say E first. Keep the mouth flat as if you were pronouncing the English letter E, and then quickly glide to say as if in the English word yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. In the same way, the sound is much longer and louder than the E sound.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let us see some words with yeah. The first one is 鸡耶 fourth tone. 借 借 which means to borrow. 借 借 and this one 西耶 third tone. 写 写 means to write. 写 写 and this one 也 也 也 means also. Pay attention to the writing of this 也 because 也 has zero initial, so the I becomes Y when it is written. 也 也 Well, let's try some more words. The first one 鸡耶 this time third tone. 解 This one, the repetition of the same word and with no tone. So 姐姐 姐姐 which means elder sister. 姐姐姐姐 And this one 呢啊拿 特耶 also third tone. 铁拿铁拿铁 which is a kind of coffee, latte. 拿铁拿铁 This one 爷爷 also with zero initials, so I becomes Y. And here the repetition of the same word, no tone. So 爷爷爷爷 which means the grandfather on your father's side, because we have different words for grandfathers on the mother's side and on the father's side. So this one is on the father's side. 爷爷爷爷 And 波耶 second tone going up. 别别别人别人 which means other people. 别人别人 And this one 七耶 second tone going up. 茄茄子茄子 means eggplant. 茄子茄子 And this one 西耶 also second tone. 鞋鞋子鞋子 which means shoes. 鞋子鞋子 Now look at here. One is 茄子 the other is 鞋子 Both nouns with the 子 Z is a suffix to make a noun. So try to differentiate 茄子 from 鞋子 Now this time your turn. Remember, open your mouth and speak loudly so that your muscles can remember this kind of movement. To pronounce the Chinese sound, 姐姐姐姐拿铁拿铁爷爷爷爷别人别人茄子茄子鞋子鞋子 So much for this compound final yeah. If you are still struggling with this sound, watch the video multiple times and practice with these examples I'm sure you will get it. In this video, we are working on the compound finals, and they are A. Compound finals combine two simple finals. When pronouncing them, the shape of the mouth and position of the tongue gradually change while the flow of air continues. Compound finals sound like one syllable. So this compound final, I consists of A and E. To pronounce I, first we need to open your mouth and say A first, and then close it a bit to produce E, just as in the English word kind. So I. But let's do some exercises with I. The first one is I. And this syllable doesn't have an initial, just a final. So I. It means to love. I. And this one, the initial is bo, and the second tone going up. So bo, I, bai. It means white. Bai. And this one, he, I, this time third tone, so it's a curve. Hai. That means the sea. Hai. Where the next compound word is A. A consists of and E. To pronounce A, we need to say first, and then make your mouth flat to say E, just as in the English word veil. So A, veil. A. We'll look at some exercises with A. The first one is he. A, the first tone, flat. He. It means black. He. And this one, more A third tone, mei. It means beautiful or pretty. So mei. And next one is more A number 4, falling tone, mei. And this one, no tone, is a repetition of the same word. So mei. It means the little sister or younger sister. Mei. Well, let's look at more exercises with I and A in a sentence. For example, 我爱黑莓。我爱黑莓。So that is, I love blackberry. 我爱黑莓。Can you try? 我爱黑莓。And how about this one? 没有白咖啡。没有白咖啡。So it means there is no white coffee. So 没有 is there is no, and 白 white 咖啡 coffee 没有白咖啡 Can you follow me? 没有白咖啡 And this one 妹妹很美妹妹很美 So you can guess 妹妹 is the younger or little sister 很 means very and 美 is pretty beautiful So 妹妹很美 That means the little sister is very pretty Now this time we try faster 我爱黑莓我爱黑莓没有白咖啡没有白咖啡没有白咖啡没有白咖啡妹妹很美妹妹很美妹妹很美
Where in this video we are working on nasal finals. Nasal finals have nasal endings, both an, and with the n sound. Now let's look at the first one. An. To pronounce an, first we need to open your mouth and say ah first. And then close it a bit to let the air out through your nasal capacity with ending with n, just as in the English word aunt. An. Well, let's try some exercises with an. The first one is u and the third tone, wan, which means late. Wan. And this one, shi and first tone, shan, which means mountain. Shan. And this one, le and second tone going up, lan. Si, falling tone, se. Lan, se, which means blue color. Lan se. Your turn. Can you follow me? Wan, shan, lan se. Where the second nasal final is n. When pronounced n, try to keep your mouth flat and say first. And then close it a bit and let the air out through your nasal capacity and with n, just as in the English word rhyme. N. Well, let's try some exercises with n. The first one, he, n, third tone, so 很, which means very. 很. And the second one, more, n, second tone going up, 门, which means door. 门. And this one, shi, n, second tone going up,
什么 This one no tone. 什么 means what. 什么 Or your turn. 很门什么 Good job. Now let's move on to some words and phrases. For 饭歌屋安馆饭馆 which is a restaurant. 饭馆 and this one 午安晚 for 饭晚饭 the evening meal, that is dinner or supper. 晚饭 and this one the same 午安晚安晚安 means good night. 晚安 and the last one for this time circle 反 摸一安面反面 which means the reverse side of something. 反面 and how about 知恩 the first tone 真的 which means true, real. 真的 and this one 思恩森了因林森林 which is a forest. 森林 and u n second tone going up. 文和u a 画文化 means culture. 文化 and the last one the same u n but this time fourth tone falling down. 问题 a question. 问题 Well, can you try? Remember, open your mouth and say really loud and let your muscles remember the movement. 饭馆真的晚饭森林晚安文化反面问题 Well, so much for this exercise for an and n, and we'll do more exercises next time. Welcome back. So in this video, we'll continue our exercises with nasal finals, an and n. This time, we'll put them into sentences, and let's see how an and n are pronounced in sentences. So the first one is 那个男人很懒 Where let me break it down. N a na 个个那个 together means that. 呢安男，日恩人，男人 means a man, so that man. 呵恩很 very. 了安懒 lazy. 很懒 very lazy. So that guy is very lazy. 那个男人很懒。那个男人很懒。Where when we say it faster, it's not like this. So some words are not stressed. Some tones are only half tones. For example, 那个 this one is unstressed. 那个男人 this is half second tone. 男人男人那个男人很懒 this third tone and third tone, this one becomes second tone and half third tone. So 很懒很懒 together. 那个男人很懒。那个男人很懒。Normal speed. 那个男人很懒。那个男人很懒。Okay, how about this one? 这鸡衣安见 This is a mirror word for clothes. 这件 that means this. 吃恩称施安山衬衫 means shirt. So 这件衬衫 means this shirt. 很 very. 难可安看 难看 means not good looking, ugly looking. So very ugly looking. So the whole thing means this shirt is ugly. 这件衬衫很难看。这件衬衫很难看。Well, this time with this one unstressed and this one unstressed, and when we say it faster, it's like this. 这件衬衫很难看。这件衬衫很难看。Normal speed. 这件衬衫很难看。Where the last one is 歌安感恩基耶节。感恩节 means Thanksgiving holiday. 玩乌安玩 means to play or to have fun with something. 什么 what. So 感恩节玩什么 means what do we play or what do we have fun on Thanksgiving holiday. 感恩节玩什么 In reality, this is as one word. It is said very fast, and also 什么 as one word. So 感恩节玩什么？感恩节玩什么？ Well, this time your turn. Ready? 那个男人很懒。Faster. 那个男人很懒。这件衬衫很难看。这件衬衫很难看。感恩节玩什么？感恩节玩什么？ Well, they are not that hard. Watch the video multiple times and practice with my exercises and tips. I'm sure you will get it. In this video, we'll continue our study on the nasal finals. And this time, These three finals all end with the ng sound. To pronounce this sound, we need to use the back part of the nasal capacity. We'll look at the first one, To pronounce we need to first open the mouth wide to say ah, and then let the air out through the back part of the nasal capacity with the sound, as in the English word hung. So, Try to feel the vibration in the nose. Well, let's see some words with The first one is more and second tone going up.忙, which means busy. 忙. And this one, first tone, flat. 汤, which means soup. 汤. This is the same as this, but the tone is different. So, 汤. This one we're going to learn later. So, 音 second tone, 平, 躺平 means to lie flat. Actually, this 躺平 is a popular internet trendy word. Means to give up, to relax. 躺平. Well, let's move on to To pronounce we need to first keep your mouth flat to say and then close it a bit to let the air out through the back part of the nasal capacity, ending with the sound. And there's no English counterpart to the sound, and it's very much like the pronunciation of the letters Well, let's try some words with So the first one is third tone, 冷, which means cold. 冷. And this one, first tone, flat. 灯 means a light or a lamp. So 灯. And this one, 吃 second tone going up, 城 and 市 城市 which is a city. 城市. And next, let's move on to To pronounce we need to pronounce o first, and then let the air out through the back part of the nasal capacity, ending with the sound. It sounds very much like in the word won't. So, Well, let's try some words with The first one is 喝 on second tone going up, 红 红 which means red, 红 红 and this one, le on also second tone going up, 龙 龙 which means dragon, 龙 龙 and this one, 吃 on second tone, 虫 虫 虫子 虫子 which means a bug or an insect, 虫子 虫子 Well, this time we'll try some words with the combination of either of these two sounds. How about this? 吃 ang 长 吃 成 长城 长城 which means the Great Wall, 长城长城 and this one, 乌 ang third tone, 网网 shi ang fourth tone, fourth tone, 上 网上 网上 means online, 网上 网上 and this one, 红 喝 on 红 的 灯 le on 龙 This one is no tone, so unstressed. Together, 红灯笼 红灯笼 which means a red lantern. 红灯笼红灯笼 And this one, 风风可无狂疯狂疯狂 means crazy. 疯狂疯狂 ne on second tone 浓浓 ke ang 汤浓汤浓汤 very thick soup 浓汤浓汤 and the last one 喝喉 le on 龙 ke on 痛喉咙 means the throat. 痛 means hurt. So 喉咙痛 means the throat hurts. That is a sore throat. 喉咙痛喉咙痛 Now your turn. Remember, open your mouth and say it really loud. 长城疯狂网上浓汤红灯笼喉咙痛 Well, that's all for these 3 nasal finals. On. In this video, we are working on a pair of nasal finals, which are yin and yin. And this one is end with the n sound. And this one end with the ng sound. Well, let's see how they are pronounced. To pronounce yin, we need to say e first. That is to keep your mouth flat as if you were pronouncing the English letter E. E. And then use the front part of your tongue to block the mouth and let the air out through the nasal capacity. and then end with n, just as in the English word yin. Actually, they are very much alike. So, yin, yin, yin.
yin.
Well, let's try some words with yin. For example, xi, yin, the first tone, xin, xin, which means new. Xin, xin. And this one, ji, yin, fourth tone, jin, jin, which means very close. Jin, jin. This one, yi, yin, first tone, yin, yi, yue, yue, yin, yue, yin, yue means music. Yin, yue, yin, yue. Now this time follow me. Xin, xin, jin, jin, yin, yue, yin, yue. Where to pronounce yin sound, we also need to say E first to keep your mouth flat as if you are pronouncing the English letter E, and then use the back part of your tongue to block the mouth and let the air out through your nasal capacity. And then end with the ng sound, as in sing, sing. Actually, this ing sound is very much like any English word ending with the ing. So, ing, ing,
ing, ing, ing.
Now try to feel the back part of the tongue is raised towards this part. Ing. Well, let's try some words with ing. The first one is le, ing. Second tone, ling, ling, which means 0. Ling, ling. And this one, yi, ying. First tone, ying, ying, and it is the bird, eagle. Yes, ying, ying. And this one, more ying, second tone going up, ming, ming, ming tian, ming tian, which means tomorrow. Ming tian, ming tian. Follow me. Ling, ling, ying, ying, 明天, 明天. As they are similar and we need to differentiate these two nasal finals. As we can see, they both include the E sound. The difference of these two sounds is that yin sound is produced by making a blockage towards the front part of the mouth by using the front part of the tongue is here and air is coming through this. Yin sound is produced by using the root of the tongue to form a blockage towards the back part of the mouth and let the air out through the nasal capacity. So we also call the yin a front nasal final and this one in a back nasal final. Well, let's try some words with both yin and yin. Yin, yin, 心情, 心情 means the mood. 心情, yin, yin, 尽兴, 尽兴, which means to enjoy something to your heart desire. 尽兴, 尽兴. And this one, yin, yin, 金星, 金星, which means a planet. The Venus is 金星, 金星. And this one, yin, xin, jing, xin, jing. So xin means heart and jing means peace, quiet. That means peace at heart. Xin, jing. We'll try one more time. 心情尽兴精心心境 And this time we begin with the in sound. 静音 静音 which means to mute your electronic devices. 静音 静音 and 音 请进 Please come in 请进 And 京 refers to Beijing and this 京 refers to Tianjin. These are two cities and they are very close. Normally we refer these two places together as 京 And this one, yin, qing yin, which means the neutral tone or the no tone. Qing yin. We'll try one more time. 静音 请进 京轻音 Well, how about this? Yin and yin both in one word. 临近 means very close. 临近 And this both have in 领音 which means linked in Chinese. 领音 And this one, 冰凌 which means almost to a certain degree. 冰凌 And this one is 精英 which refers to the elite. 精英 And 阴营 金银 Jing means gold and yin means silver. So 金银 And this one 银 So 情景 a certain scenario or certain situation. 情景 Maybe you say, hey, it's really hard and I cannot tell the difference of yin and yin. Actually, don't worry. And a lot of Chinese people, they cannot pronounce these two sounds correctly. So long we put them in a context, we can still understand and communicate without any problems. So don't worry too much. Just try to understand the differences in pronouncing this sound and try to pronounce as close as possible, which is fine. In this video, we are working on the compound finals. And this time, ow and o. Compound finals combine the two simple finals. When producing them, the shape of the mouth and the position of the tongue gradually change while the flow of air continues. And also make sure pronounce the compound finals as one syllable. Now look at the first one. Ow consists of ah and o. To produce ow, first need to open your mouth and say ah first. And then round your mouth to say o, as in the English word sour. Actually, there is another English word which sounds very much like this final. Ouch. Yes, the same thing. Ouch, that ow, yes, just like the Chinese pinyin ow. Notice when we pronounce the compound finals, we need to slide from ah to o to form ow, ow,
ow, ow, ow.
And now let's look at some exercises containing ow. And the first one is ge, ow, the first tone, gao, gao, which means tall or high. Gao, gao. And this one, more ow, also first tone, flat, mao, mao, which means a cat. Mao, mao. And this one, le, ao, lao, shi, lao, shi, lao, shi, which means a teacher. Lao, shi, lao, shi. Where this compound final o contains o and u. To pronounce o, first we need to round our mouth and say o first, like this. And then make the mouth even smaller to say oo. Make sure we slide from o to oo, just as in the English word low. Oh, low. So o, o.
O, O, O.
Now let's look at some exercises with o. For example, de, o, do, de, o, do, which means all. Do, do. And ge, o, third tone, go, 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 which means a dog. Go, go. And this one, shi, o, also third tone, shou, shou, which means hand. Shou, shou. Well, let's look at more exercises with ow and o. This one, 高兴, 高兴, which means happy. And this one, 摸 a 没也没 e o 有没有没有 which means no, do not have. And this one, 蛋糕 蛋糕 which means a cake. And this one, 资乌足 and 个 o 够足够足够 which means enough. And this one, 坡 ao third tone, 跑跑 and 波乌步跑步跑步 means to run. And this one, 资 o third tone, 走走 了 u 路走路走路 which means to walk. 个 ao 告 and 思乌 this one is not stressed, so 告诉告诉 means to tell. This one, Le and with two dots is yu, so le yu lü. And e o you, lü you, lü you, which means to travel. Well, this time, can you follow me? Remember to speak loud so that your muscles will remember how to pronounce them. Okay, so 歌傲高高兴高兴歌傲高蛋糕蛋糕脱凹跑跑步跑步歌凹告告诉告诉 and this time with the o e o 有 so 没有没有歌欧够足够足够足够足够z o 走了乌路走路走路了与旅 e o 游旅游旅游 Now let's try some longer ones. This time, we are going to have some sentences. 吃熬烧科熬烤烧烤 which means barbecue 喝熬好吃好吃 means delicious, tasty 烧烤好吃 which means the barbecue is very tasty 吃不不歌欧够不够 means not enough 吃不够 is too good, you can never have enough 烧烤好吃吃不够 faster this time 烧烤好吃吃不够烧烤好吃吃不够 How about this one? 广之欧州广州 That's the name of a city, Guangzhou, and that is the canton. E o 有 to have 很多 many 歌凹高 high 了欧楼高楼 means high buildings. So Guangzhou has many high buildings. 广州有很多高楼。广州有很多高楼。广州有很多高楼。广州有很多高楼。And this one, 我西央想一凹要 want to have, that's 要一只玩摸凹猫我想要一只猫 I would like to have one cat 一只狗one dog. So 我想要一只猫一只狗 我想要一只猫，一只狗。我想要一只猫，一只狗。Well, so much for these two compound finals, ow and o. They are not that hard to pronounce. With some practice, I'm sure you can get them. In this video, we're working on the compound final, ya. So we combine two simple finals to form a compound final. When pronouncing compound final, our mouth and tongue position gradually change. Ya. When pronouncing this final, we need first to say E. Try to keep your mouth flat and as if you were pronouncing the English letter E. And then quickly glide to say ah to pronounce ya, as in the English word yard. Ya, ya.
Ya, ya, ya.
Please note, in this compound final, the ah is much longer and louder than the E sound. So it is ya, ya. Well, let's try some words with ya. And the first one is ji, ya. And first tone, jia, jia, which means home. Jia, jia. And this one, qi, yi, a, also first tone, qia, qia, which means to pinch. Qia, qia. And this one, xi, ya, fourth tone, xia, xia, which means down. Xia, xia. And this one, ya, ya, which means tooth or teeth. Ya, ya. Well, please note, in most cases, ya is used only with ji, qi, xi, these three initials. And besides that, ya can also be used with zero initial. It can be used by itself. And in this case, remember, we changed the I into Y. So it's written YA instead of IA, which is a very important rule to write. Well, let's try some more words. Ji, ya, third tone, jia. And ya, jia, ya, jia, ya. Jia means false and ya means teeth. So jia, ya, that is a false tooth, which is the denture. Jia, ya. And this one, qi, ya, first tone, qia. And ji, ya, jia. Qia, jia. Qia, jia, which is a very colloquial way of saying fight or quarrel. Qia, jia. Qia, jia. And this one, xi, ya, xia, xia. And also ya, first tone, xia, ya, xia, ya. So xia means down and ya means press. That means press down. Xia, ya, xia, ya. Ji, ya, jia, ri, en, ren. So 家人 家人 family members, family. 家人 家人 And this one, 七压 third tone, 卡子 which is a clipper. 卡子 And 西压 fourth tone, 夏特烟天 夏天 which is summer. 夏天 So you can say ya is normally goes with 鸡、七夕、鸡、七夕, these initials. Okay, this time your turn. 假牙，假牙，掐架，掐架，下压，下压，家人，家人，卡子，卡子，夏天，夏天。Well, so much for ya. If you are still struggling with this compound final, watch this video multiple times and practice with my examples. In this video, we're working on the compound finals wa and wo. Remember, compound finals combine two simple finals. And when producing them, our mouth and tongue precision gradually change. And also there's something special about this group. So we can say both wa and u initiated with the u final and end either with a or o. When pronouncing these two sounds, the ending final a and o are pronounced longer and louder than the initial final u. Well, let's try the first one. Wa. When producing wa, we need to say u first, and then quickly glide to say a. Make sure a is pronounced longer and louder than the u final. So wa, wa, wa,
wa, wa, wa.
There is no exact equivalent sound in English pronunciation, but it sounds very much like the combination of the English letters W and A. So wa, wa. Well, let's try some words with wa. And the first one is ge, wa, the first tone flat. So gua, gua, which means melon. Gua, gua. And the second one is he, wa, this time fourth tone falling down. Hua, hua, which means a painting or a drawing. So hua, hua. And this one, wa, with the falling tone. Notice when there is no initial goes with this wa and the wa is a syllable by itself, we change the letter u into w. So wa, wa, 袜子, 袜子, which means socks or stockings. 袜子, 袜子. Well, let's see how to pronounce this one. Wo. When pronouncing wo, we need to say wu first and then quickly glide to say o. So wo. And make sure the o sound is much longer and louder than the u sound. So wo, wo,
wo, wo, wo.
We can't find an exact equivalent in the English pronunciation, but it sounds very much like W-O-R in work. So work, war, war. You might find this war compound final is very much like this or simple final. So how to differentiate these two? A very good question, and you are a very serious learner. Actually, it is very easy if you know the tips. I have a separate video mainly focused on how to differentiate war from or. So check it out. Well, let's try some words with war. The first one is war, the third tone. So 我, which means I or me. 我. So here it has zero initial. It is used as a single syllable. So the letter U is spelled as W. So 我. And this one, the first tone, flat. 多, which means many or much. 多. And this one, fourth tone, falling down. 落. And this one is no tone, so 骆驼, which means a camel. 骆驼. Well, so much for this video, and we'll continue our exercises about wa and war in the next video until you can master them. So in this video, we'll continue our training on the compound finals, wa and war. And this time, we'll put them into sentences. This one, wa, ge, wa, gua. Remember, it's melon. And xi, gua, watermelon, which means watermelon in English. Xi, gua. Wo, the second tone, wo. Ge, wo, guo. Jia, 国家, which means a country, a nation. 国家. And this one, wa, first tone, he, wa, hua, flower. 西烟鲜, 鲜花 means fresh flower. 鲜花. This one, wo, ne, yu, 牛. 蜗牛 means snails. 蜗牛. And this one, wa, shi, wa, shua, first tone. 牙, 刷牙, brush the teeth. 刷牙. And this one, wo, third tone, 我. 喝窝火, 歌窝锅, 火锅. Very famous Chinese Sichuan cuisine has a lot of 火锅. And this one, it has both wa and wo. So 喝哇花, 的窝朵, 花朵, which means the flower. And this one, 特窝驼, 了窝螺, 陀螺 means top gyroscope. Or this time, follow me, speak loud. 西瓜, 国家, 鲜花, 蜗牛, 刷牙, 火锅, 花朵, 陀螺. Well, let's try some sentences with wa and wo. Look at the first one. Wa, this time the fourth tone. So wa, and initial ge, wa, gua. this one, 我 third tone, 我 and 哇 fourth tone, 哇 and 和 哇 化. Here 挂 means to hang and 挂了 this 挂了 is the past tense hung and 我的 means my and 电话 means my phone. So 他挂了我的电话 means he hung up my phone. Now this time follow me slowly. 他挂了我的电话 This time backwards. 话电话我的电话挂了我的电话他挂了我的电话 Faster. 他挂了我的电话他挂了我的电话 And this one 妈妈夸我滑得快 So here we have 哇 and 科哇夸 which means praise and 我 also means me or I. This one 哇 second tone going up so 哇和哇滑 means ski or skate and 快 means fast. 妈妈 means mother together, which means mom praised me for skating or skiing really fast. Well, let's try slowly. 妈妈夸我滑得快。妈妈夸我滑得快。And this time backwards, 快。滑得快我滑得快夸我滑得快妈妈夸我滑得快妈妈夸我滑得快 Faster. 妈妈夸我滑得快妈妈夸我滑得快 Well, so much for 哇 and or.They are pretty easy, right? So remember, practice makes perfect. Just watch the video multiple times, imitate the sounds, and I'm sure you can get it. In this video, we are working on the compound finals, we and you. As we learned from the previous videos, compound finals combine two simple finals. And when producing them, the mouth and tongue precision gradually change. In this video, we put these two in a group because they look similar, but they pronounced quite differently. So this one is we, and this one is you. Well, let's see how to pronounce them. To pronounce we need to say oo first, and then quickly glide to say yi, just as in the English word we. So we.
we.
Well, let's try some words with we. And the first one, we with a foreign tone. So we. Ge, and with the initial ge, so ge, wei, gui. Gui, which means expensive. Gui. Gui. And this one, we, the first tone, and initial te, so te, we, tui. Tui means to push. Tui. Tui. And this one, we, second tone going up, so wei. Shi, wei, shui. Shui means who. Shui. Shui. Well, let's move on to you. When producing this compound final, first we need to say e, and then quickly glide to say
O. So this is O. Just as in the English word you. You.
You.
Well, let's try some words with you. And the first one, you, second tone, you. Ne, you, niu, niu, which means ox. Niu, niu. And this one, qi, you, qiu, qiu, which means ball. So, qiu, qiu. And this one, you, the falling tone, and le, you, liu, liu, which means number 6. Liu, liu. Well, let's try more words with we and you. And the first one is 回, 和为回, 回家, 回家 means return home. And this one, 踢有球, 足球, 足球 means football or soccer. 卫的卫队, 派对, 派对 which means party. 派对. And this one, 呢有牛, 蜗牛, 蜗牛 which means snail. This one, 为和为会, 开会, 开会 means having a meeting. 开会. And this one, 七幽秋, 秋天, 秋天 which means autumn. 秋天. And this one, 尾, 滋尾嘴, 嘴巴, 嘴巴 which means mouth. 嘴巴. And this word both have you and we. So, 了有流, 流, 湿为 third tone, 水, 流水, 流水. 流 means run, flow, and 水 means water. So, the water flows or the water runs. 流水. Well, this time your turn. 回家. 足球. 派对. 蜗牛. 开会. 秋天. 嘴巴. 流水. Well, let's try these two sounds in a sentence. So here we have 对, 派对, that's the party. 派对. And this one 有酒, 啤酒 means beer. 啤酒. 他在派对上喝了很多啤酒 which means he drank lots of beer at a party. So 他在派对上 on the party 喝了 drank 很多 means many, much, a lot. 啤酒 beer. 他在派对上喝了很多啤酒。他在派对上喝了很多啤酒。Or how about this sentence? 推特在美国很流行。So, we 推 Twitter means Twitter. And 流行 means popular, 很流行 very popular, and 在美国 in the US. So 推特在美国很流行，推特在美国很流行 faster. 推特在美国很流行，推特在美国很流行。Well, so much for we and you. Don't get confused. They are different.
In this video, we are working on the compound finals, wen and yun. Compound finals combine two simple finals, and their mouth and tongue position gradually change. But in this group, can you see any similarities or differences? Yes, in this yun sound, there are two extra dots on the letter U. Then how to pronounce them and how to differentiate wen from yun. Now let's move on. To pronounce this wen sound, we need to first produce oo sound and then quickly glide to say n. And make sure the air comes out from the nasal capacity because it's a nasal compound final. There is not an exact equivalent to wen in English, but it sounds similar in went, like wen, wen.
Wen, wen, wen.
Well, let's try some words with wen. For example, 吃 wen, the first tone. So 吃 wen. 村 means village. 村 村. And this one, wen, means to ask. Wen. You might be wondering, hey, this one doesn't look like this one at all. Remember the rules I have talked about in my previous videos? When a syllable has no initial and this oo letter U becomes W. Remember we just talked about when producing this wen sound, we need to start with oo and then glide to N sound. So when the wen becomes a syllable, there's no initial before it and it is spelled like W-E-N. This is very important and we need to remember. So next time when you see this, actually it is the same as this wen sound. So this time fourth tone, wen, wen, wen. And this one, wen, the first tone and initial is s. So s, wen, sun. And this one doesn't have a tone, so it's unstressed. 孙子, 孙子. It means grandson. Please note, in Chinese history, there is a very important military strategist. His name is Sun Zi with a third tone. But this one, Sun Zi, is grandson. Don't mess it up. Sun Zi. 孙子. Well, let's move on to yun, this time with two dots on the letter U. So when pronouncing yun sound, we need to say yu first, and then quickly glide to n sound. Make sure the air comes out from the nasal capacity. Actually, there is no such equivalent in English sound, but I do find a similar sound in French, as in yun, yun. So yun, yun.
Yun, yun, yun.
Well, let's try some words with yun. Yun, second tone. So yun means cloud. Yun, yun. And this one, Yun, falling tone, fourth tone. 运动 means to do exercise. 运动 And this one, yun, third tone, a curve. Yun. And xi, yu, xu. 允许 means to allow. 允许 Now, at this stage, did you find something different? Maybe you're wondering, we are learning the yun sound. Remember, we have the two dots on the letter U. Why in these syllables the dots are gone? A good question. When the yun sound follows the E initial, the dots disappear. So it is spelled Y-U-N without the dots. But it's still pronounced yun. It's not the wun sound. Why? And I will explain in just a moment. Well, let's try more words with wun and yun. So, wen. We can say this win is just an independent syllables. So UN, win, is spelled as W-E-N. Second tone, 文化. 文化 means culture. 文化. 文化. This one, 吃,车, and win, second tone, 文. And the initial is le, so le, wen, lun. 车轮 means the wheels. 车轮. And this one, 和爱, third tone, 海. And also, second tone, 文. And the initial is 特. So 特文豚 So 特文豚 海豚 means dolphins 海豚 And this one 鸡 云 the first tone 军 的卫队 军队 means army 军队 and yun second tone, this time the initial is qi, so qi yun 裙子 means a dress or a skirt 裙子 And this one, 西韵 训 falling tone 训 了烟练 训练 means training 训练 So once again, this yun sound is spelled as UN without the two dots, but it is still pronounced yun, not wun. Maybe you are wondering, hey, this is hard, and how do I know it's pronounced the yun instead of wun? And here are the tips. Notice the initials. If this yun goes with the initials xi, and it is spelled as un without the two dots, but still it is pronounced yun. So to sum up, when yun goes with the initial ji, and e, it is spelled as un without the two dots, but it is still pronounced as yun. Actually, yun can only goes with these four initials, and they are always spelled without the two dots. That's why you will say, I have never seen yun, the two dots goes with the initial. So this is the tips to remember. Well, that's all for the wen and the yun sounds. I hope this video will help you have a better understanding of this yun sounds. If you find them helpful, please like, forward, and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much and see you next time. 谢谢，再见。